coming with the implosion of our imperium, and it's coming with the rapid degradation of the ecosystem itself. And there's nothing we can do to stop it. It's how we cope with this change. Will we respond rationally? Will we learn to speak to the world with a new humility and recreate structures within our own communities for sustainability? Or will we continue to live in illusion? And in a way, it's a matter of awakening ourselves to our new reality and responding to it.
Uh-oh, wait, I was supposed to push a button and stuff. Oh, welcome back. Hello. Nice to see you again and stuff. Welcome back to the best horror show on the internet. You know what it is. It's the GRIFTCAST IRL. That's right, with your host, Mr. Manschwango, Fanbango, D-Mango, whatever my name is. That's the name that you're going to go with for today. Either way, it's nice to have you here. Don't worry, I was trying to think, and obviously it didn't work, but here we are. Anyways, today, welcome back. Welcome back. Hopefully you're ready for another exciting episode of the news and stuff. Yes, the news and stuff. And I mean, dude, things have been going well. I've been playing some Star Citizen until I wasn't. All of a sudden, I can't even log in and shit anymore. And apparently it's a problem everyone else is having. So it was fun while it lasted. But I guess now we can't even log in. So that's over with and done with. That's over and done with. So figured we might as well try to get ourselves out there into the Grift Nation and start grifting a little bit, right? Because you know what? We got to make that money and we got to get them things done. So it's a pleasure to have y'all here with us. And obviously we got to do some shout outs because that's how we like to start the show out. Anyway, what's up to Mr. Magic Poop? Woohoo! Finally awake for some late night grifting. It's nice to have you here, my friend. Hopefully you're doing well. What's going on to Jimmy Faze? Always a pleasure to have you here with us. How you doing there, King V the Fourth? Always fun to have you in the joint, in the zone. That's right. Oh, and then we have no music. There you go. I fixed it. How you doing, Green Stash? Very, very nice to see you. And maybe we will talk about those picks with Malia's picks. Those Malia picks? Are they Malia picks? I don't know. What's up, Susu? How you doing out there? Nice to see you. What's going on to CV? Hopefully you doing well today. We got a picture of you. That's pretty good today. We're going to throw that up there. How's it going to Aaron? Aaron? How are you doing today? What's up to you and everybody else out there? No one here yet. How's it going to the home diddly Omi? Pleasure to have you here with us. Oh, and this, yes, Legit Corp. You were definitely in there too. Got to come in there and say what's up to Legit Corp. Hopefully you're really happy. And yes, rip to Star Citizen. I am a little bit upset about that because you know what? Sometimes shit just doesn't go your way, dude. Sometimes shit just doesn't go your way. I mean, things seemingly were going pretty great until I got thrown into prison and couldn't get out no matter how hard I tried. And now the game just won't even let me log in. I'm getting a 1900 error or something. So, sucks, man. It sucks, but at least we'll probably be out of jail by the time that shit comes up. Or whatever. And it's not like I meant to go to jail or anything. It just happened, okay? You know what? It just happened. It just happened. But as always, over here on this show, we got to bring it up to you to show you that, hey, this show is 100% Griff. So make sure you guys click that Linktree link that we posted generously in the chat so you guys can go follow us on all of our different social medias, join our Discords. Heck, you can even send us donations through Streamlabs. We got the PayPals, we got the Cash Apps, we got the Venmos, we got a freaking merch store so you guys can come out there. You can buy some super sick ass merch that you can wear out there and show people how badass you are, whatever you're wearing, all your super sweet ass merch. Like these pictures right here of none other than CV hanging out with her favorite little puppy, her number one grifter, Miss Lunchy herself. That's right. And then as you can see, she is also wearing her very nice Grift Hard sweatshirt. Yes, that is right. She is wearing that Grift Hard sweatshirt, and you can see her and Lunchy are definitely grifting pretty hard with all their stuff. Yeah, we had to help her out at least a little bit with her car today, but I figured I would show you those little pictures there. Lunchy and Big Grandma, she loves Cherie. She sees Cherie, she jumps right out the car window. Doesn't even give a shit about if we're moving or not. She's like, oh my God, it's Cherie, Daddy. I'm gonna stay out here. You leave me alone. You leave me alone. But yeah, you can see Grift Hard, Grift Hard, Grift Hard. She's got that Grift Hard. She got that Grift Hard swag with all the GriftCast stuff on it. And I thought that was a pretty good picture of Lunchy. Yeah, the whole outfit. It's the entire Grift Hard outfit, except for I don't make those little weird poker hats that she likes to wear or whatever. So we're working on that coming forward. But yeah, I figured you guys want to check that out. We like it when people get pictures wearing the merch and stuff. So if you want to get in on the action, head over to griftcastirl.com and you can go directly to the merch store, make direct donations. We like those kinds of things. Or if you want to get something for your donation, donate $40 and get yourself a packable jacket. Get yourself a sick ass Griftcast IRL snapback. Get yourself a freaking organic cotton beanie. Go get all of that great shit and definitely wear it today. I'm sure you're going to love it. You're definitely going to love it. You're definitely going to love it. And one more thing, we do have a nice partnership sponsorship with Coffee Brand Coffee. That's right. If you enjoy drinking coffee, if you like tea, if you like cocoa, check our friends out over at Coffee Brand Coffee and use promo code GriftCast. That's right. Promo code GriftCast to save yourself some monies on any of your little heart's desires over there on that website. And obviously we get a cut of that, but at the same time, you're supporting number one Pop Warner Big Daddy grifter Jeremy himself. And I'm sure you're going to be super happy with that. And as always, you could definitely check the show out over on Rumble. We're building the Rumble audience and we're thinking about splitting it up. So we do part of the show on YouTube where we do all the PC stuff and then we bring it on over to Rumble and then we get crazy. But I mean, it's, it's up to you guys, it's up to you. It's up to you. Either way, I like keeping it all together and stuff, but you know what, to throw it out there, we're doing pretty swell right now on Rumble. We're doing swell on Rumble. So if you guys like coffee, teas, cocos, whatever the heck, make sure you out there, you supporting and stuff. We like it when people be supporting and stuff. And yeah, definitely check out our links. Check out our links today. Click at our links today. And if you're worried about EMPs, bitches, we got shit for EMPs too, my friends. That's right. If you need the best in EMP protection, you can head over to our EMP protection site for the EMP Shield. Number one things to protect your shit from EMPs blowing up your shit. And I mean, they got it for your car, your house, your generator, your three-phase, your everything. And you can get $50 off if you use promo code GriftCast at the checkout. And you might think that this is a joke or whatever, but we're 100% telling you that it's going to hit you. It's going to protect you at all phases of EMP. It's going to protect you with lightning guarantees, and it can even take up to solar flare. It can even take into solar flares. So if you're even worried about that sort of thing, you're worried about Chinese balloons blowing your shit up, then check out our friends over at EMP Shield today. That's right, with the number one in EMP shielding technology that you've definitely heard about but didn't know that you freaking needed it, because you definitely gonna need it. You definitely gonna need it. Yeah, you're definitely gonna need it. Definitely gonna need it. So as we always do it, we start out, we do some shout outs, we do some grifted, and then we see some extra people in there like Squiggles McJr. Nice to see you out there in the chat. 07, how's it going? Doing my time. Always a pleasure to have you up in here. I saw Faded History sneaking into the zone, so what's going on with you? How's it going? The Metal Monster PDX. Hopefully you're doing well this evening. That's hopefully. There's a hopefully right there. There's a big hopefully. Hopefully you do well out there. And you know what? See, we're an equal opportunity grifter. We're going to shout out everybody else that's out there. And I'm super excited too because I found my beanie. I thought I left it at my sister's house, but it was actually in my freaking suitcase. Yes, it was in my suitcase. So I was pretty happy to find that bitch in my suitcase. So let's get into the news, folks. It's time to get into the news. And I mean, we got some weird stuff going on in the world today. I mean, funny things are happening. Strange things are happening. People are apparently shady motherfuckers, but we kind of already knew that there people were shady motherfuckers. Holy shit! we just got somebody punching us in something. Organic Cotton GriftCast IRL beanie just got purchased by CV in the chat. That's dang. CV, thanks for buying a beanie, CV. Helping monetize the stream, CV. We appreciate you, yo. Wow, she bought one of them beanies. I wonder if she got the pink beanie. Is it a good one? She needed a beanie. Well, she got a beanie now, and we appreciate you, CV, for coming here and dropping in on some money like that. That's awesome. We appreciate you, and we appreciate our donors and stuff. The people that support the channel like that is what helps us keep alive and pay the bills and stuff like that. We're not like the Taliban. We don't get blessed up with a bunch of shit for free. And I'll use that as a great segue into the next situation. And as you can see, Taliban PRD, the Taliban Public Relations Department commentary says, our glorious nation has the second largest collections of Humvees, trailing only the United States. Thanks to the Americans, we are better equipped and armed to confront the Americans in any future conflict. That's right. That's right, the Taliban out here saying what? Dude, that's that like auto-tuned fucking praise to Allah? Praise Allah! Damn, son. Dude, we left them all of the Humvees, bro? Why did we leave them all of the Humvees? We didn't need to leave them all of the Humvees. That would be like... That would be like the worst thing that we could have done, is literally leave them all of the Humvees. But no, we left them all the Humvees, guys. They left them all the Humvees. And then what do we got right there? Somebody just bought another GriftCast IRL beanie? That can't be right. Nope, it does say this. It says CV did, in fact, just buy another Organic Cotton GriftCast IRL beanie in another color. Just buying them individually. Well, word up to your mothers. Word up to your mothers. How that's crazy. That is crazy. And hey, how's it going to Mass Genocide? Thanks for coming through. And thank you, CV, for putting us through college. We appreciate you. What's up, Jason Bardo? It's a new name that we haven't seen in the chat before, but nice to have you with us. Nice to have you with us indeed. Now, I don't know if this is a real public relations. Oh, no. Yep, that actually does seem to be the actual public relations department for the Taliban. Ha! Very strange. Did not know that that was the thing. Did not know that was a real thing. Thought that that was somebody fucking trolling. But no, that wasn't somebody trolling. That was a real motherfucker right there. Yeah. So how are we going to do this here? And whose fault is it that the Taliban has the second largest number of, I don't know, Humvees out there? That would be none other than Joe Biden's fault, as Middle Monster PDX says, and also probably because Joe Biden's a moron. But we left Afghanistan, and now, well, they got all of them Humvees and like Apache helicopters and Black Hawk helicopters and all that other shit that we left over there. So whose fault is it that they're doing great? Well, it's definitely our fault. It's definitely our fault. We have to own that one. Hopefully that there's something we could do out there in the world to not have to own that one, but shit happens. My friends, shit happens. Shit does happen. And you know what? Shit like this next thing definitely happens all of the time. And I mean, if you take a look at it, you're going to be surprised. Yesterday, we spoke about how we had heard a drone was hit by a Russian plane, causing it to basically go down. And it was an accident, or at least that's what they were saying. It was an accident. But yes, there was video that was released showing the collision of a Russian fighter jet Su-27 colliding into an MQ-9 Reaper drone over the Black Sea and international waters. And damn it, we got that video for you right now because I understand how to grift. So we'll start it here. It looks like this is actually video footage that's coming from the MQ-9 Reaper drone before it went down. Just give this shit a check out. This shit's pretty intense. You can see that guy coming up pretty close. Pretty close. So then he's dropping fuel right there. dropping fuel, trying to fuck up the avionics. Now this guy's still flying, and then like, wait, where did he go? Can we move the camera? Is the camera broken? Look at that. Drone got dusted. Up. He's coming back up for another one. Coming back up for another one. Blam! That's where it got hit right there. He got smacked. That shit got smacked, dog. It got smacked like a bitch. Got smacked like a bitch up. So you can see that that's basically the last little shot. You can see the propeller on the drone fucked up right there. Look at that. Look at the drone. Like that. It lost contact with the satellite system and the video audio. And then when it comes back, it kind of like pans over and you can see busted ass propeller fins. And you could definitely see the propeller is barely spinning. So yeah, that thing's down, dude. And just to show you, you know, it was definitely moving a lot faster when it was flying earlier. You can see that that thing was running hard. No damage. You can see the yellow fins. And then now, well, I mean, you can still see the little yellow fins, but I don't think that that's going to let him go anywhere. Yeah, I don't think that's going to go anywhere. And what that looks like, it looks like it was a double team. It looks like one went by and dropped off some stuff, and then another one went up for a pass. Or it could have been the same one just going up and by and then like rounding around and going for another pass. But it definitely seems pretty crazy. Yeah, it definitely seems pretty crazy overall. I don't know what the hell's going on with it, but I guess we got at least something on this right now. I don't know, dude. Drones be getting knocked out every single day, but that seems to be even stranger if you ask me. I've never actually seen that sort of thing happening before, but damn, dog. It seems pretty strange. It definitely seems pretty strange, right? Now, honestly, we knew bad things were going to be happening when the war decided to get ramped up, but it's not close enough to bring us into the war just yet. We're getting there. Oh, yes, we're getting there, but we haven't quite made it there yet. So don't get too crazy on it, okay? Don't be too worried about it. Just keep your eyeball on it. Keep your eyeball on it. Keep your eyeball on it like I've been keeping my eyeball on Dylan Mulvaney, and I think that I'm actually going to be doing a thread on Dylan Mulvaney, you know, going through, doing a full investigation on the historical accuracy of most claims that have been made and things. And somebody dropped this little gem video by my desk. I never thought that I'd see something like this, but I mean, earlier this week, we talked about how Dylan Mulvaney apparently was an actor, and the Dylan person was actually in the Book of Mormon, right? And that was a play about Mormonism done by the people that created South Park, who, well, are strange people. We'll just say that they're strange people. Yes, strange people. Well, somebody popped this over into my inbox or whatever, and now I got to share it with you because I thought it was pretty strange, right? We have game show Dylan. Where's Waldo? Dylan version. Yeah, I like that. Maybe a crisis actor. I don't actually know if it's a crisis actor or not. Weird. Shoes match the shirt, though, you know. I guess maybe the pants are a little too tight. Don't know what the little tiara hat thing is on. Just says flamboyantly gay to me. This is Cap? What do you mean this is Cap? This is real life, bro. I wish I could be excited for one fucking thing in my life. If I won like $1 million or something like that, I might be that excited. But I wouldn't even be able to have expressed the energy because I'm too fat to do that. Dude, he's still going. They still going. I think I should say she. She's still going. Well, now. Never expected that to be something that we'd be looking at, but here we are, folks. Here we are, folks. So yeah, Dylan Mulvaney. I don't even know what to say, man. I just want to spin the wheel. I mean, my goodness. All you people that are talking shit saying that this person was not like this before, and it's a fucking plant. He's a plant. It's a joke. I don't know if I'm with you guys. I don't know, dude. This is definitely seeming like it might be legit, guys. Like, you know, you might want to take the L on that one. I've taken the L on many of things, and it kind of feels like maybe some folks should be taking the L on that one. Not looking like a plant, looking like that's real as fuck. Look about that. That's about the realest fucking shit that I've seen in a long time associated with that. Yes, sir. That's about the realest shit that I've seen with that. So, I mean, is Dylan Mulvaney a plant? I don't know. Jury's still out, but the more I look into it, the more stuff that gets said to me, I'm going to have to say no. Yeah, I'm going to have to say no. But you know what? I reserve the right to change my mind like every other bitch out there in the world. And if you don't like it, well, you can suck my pee-pee. Because I don't care. Because I don't care. Right. Well, I kind of care. But whatever. It seems like normal ideology. I'm a really flamboyant gay dude. But no, I'm actually a woman. Totally makes sense. Whatever you want to do in your journey, I totally respect and love you, even though I might not want to hang out with you every single day. Don't take it as a slight, just me being a normal human man. Yes, a normal human man. A normal human man. Now, to support normal human events, we have another motherfucking train derailment, dog. Another train derailment. Another one. Another one. And another one. And another one. Yes. I think there was actually 3 different ones. I can't even keep track of how many are happening. I guess the number that they told us, yeah, there's like 1,700 derailments a year. You fucking pansies. Y'all need to stop bitching about shit. Is starting to actually look real, because these motherfuckers be coming off of these trains be coming off the rails like all the time. Seriously? We haven't figured out a better train that can carry more shit that's not going to come off the rails? Or is this easily derailed every single time? Like, how have we not figured this fucking shit out? This footage right here obviously comes from Glendale, Kentucky, where a truck basically got this son of a bitch to derail because apparently the truck was parked on the tracks and it got hit by the train and the train derailed, and that's why this thing actually went down. And that's just one of what would be considered, I don't know, many that these things that seem to be happening, right? Like, I didn't know that there was going to be a lot of them, but you know what? There was another one right here that somebody popped over to me in my little inbox or whatever. And yeah, more perfect union. Breaking freight train is derailed on the Shamomish Reservation of North Seattle. The train, run by Warren Buffett's BNSF Railway, was reportedly leaking over 5,000 gallons of diesel fuel since the derailment. Ah, yes, diesel fuel. That shit's expensive. We need that shit to move shit. And it's getting blasted. Oh, seriously, happening again. It just keeps happening, bros. It just keeps happening. And it sees, oh, we're blocking ads. Yes, that's right. I am blocking ads. Here, let me unblock the ads for you. Yes. Yes, I will unblock the ads, but still not have the ads, because I employ multiple ad blocking technologies. BNSF Railway derails on the Shamomish Reservation. Oh, yes, and now 10,000 gallons of crude oil have, well, had a problem. And this derailment's looking a little bit weird, because as you can see, this is one of those trains that seems to have some issues moving across certain things. But yeah, we got a couple of empty oil tankers that were there, some other oil tankers that were not so empty, but you could kind of see that, you know, it looks like the actual main train itself is the thing that went over, but I don't even see the tracks associated with this thing. So it just kind of seems weird, you know, like, is this an actual attack? Are we under attack right now? It feels like that the more that I see this stuff popping up every single day. But, you know, can I be super 100% that that's actually what's going on? No, but I could definitely postulate whatever the hell that I want without actually being into any type of issue. But it's very strange to see yet another one. I mean, what happened to the fucking tracks, dude? Like, you could see part of it right here. It looks like it was coming up down this way and it just came off of it. I don't know, dude. What? Organic GRIFTCAST beta. What other item? Purchased by Jimmy Faze at gmail.com. Dox! You doxed yourself! No, but seriously though, thanks Jimmy Faze for buying some merch, bro. We appreciate y'all buying some merch and helping support the channel. That's exactly what we like. Jimmy Faze up in the chat. Thank you out there, mother sucker, for hooking us up with that. Also, please send money in super chats. We love that shit too. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yep. Wow. So where did all this diesel fuel get dumped out of? Did it get dumped out of the main rail cars? Because I don't even see any tanker cars. Like, I do see tanker cars over there, but it seems like the only actual fuel tanks that are leaking are this one and this one. So who knows? Yeah, it came up to the tracks, but it detached itself from the other cars way beforehand. Yeah, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It looks like it just fell over into the rocks and shit. Like, what's happening with this train? What's happening with this? Like, it went down into this. It's like it went into an area it should have gone, but the tracks from here to there are completely gone. And it's right in front of one of those bridges that switches over, then the train has to go over. So, yeah, I don't know. Is it a gas heist? Is it something like that? I don't know. I don't know. Fucking gas heist. Gas heist? Seriously? Gas heist? What the fuck? Who came up with that shit? Who said that shit? I don't know who said that shit. Cleanup crews affiliated with the railway company BSNF worked Tuesdays to remove contaminated soil after a freight train derailed overnight. It's unclear how much diesel fuel leaked from the two locomotives that toppled, but some people are saying it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 10,000 gallons. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. They got some actual video of this shit. Look at that. They got them working on shit over here. Yeah, and whoever mowed that grass definitely did it in a weird way. Like, why did they just leave that one little trail right there? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't trust me, but honestly, this guy right here, I'm a big boy now! I'm a big boy now! Every time I see a dude driving a tractor, I'm just like, fuck, man, I want to drive a tractor. I want to drive a tractor, bros. I want to drive a tractor. But seriously, there ain't no joke about this whole BNSF thing that's happening. 2 different derailments happening. This one's like in the middle of a fucking city and shit. And somehow it didn't fuck up any buildings and shit, it looks like. It sort of missed them. But the one in Glendale seems to be equally as big of a problem. Jesus fucking Christ, why? Why would you do that? Dude, Tonka tough. I wish I could do it. Jimmy Face says, just got my beanie and mug, official Driftcaster master. I will wear it proudly in Alaska. Oh yeah, tell people, be like, yeah, dude, you need to get on the Griftcast. That guy actually cares about you, and he cares about your money, too. Please send money now. Thank you. Wow. Trains. Our train system is just completely fucked, bro. Why are the trains getting so jacked up? Nobody knows. Nobody knows why the trains are having so much troubles. We all thought that the trains were going to be fine, but then the trains were not fine. The trains were also not fine. All of a sudden, we're all treated to derailments of trains every single day. And it seems like the trains and the trains. Lunchy? Lunchy? You want to come say hi to everybody? Oh. Ooh. Ooh, wait. Oh, it's my Lunchy. Lunchy just wanted to come say hi to everybody. Hi, everybody, says Lunchies. ¿Cómo estás, mi amigos? Yo quiero more food. Oh my God, somebody just bought some more shit. Wow, CV bought herself a GRIFTCAST IRL mug, man. We're getting lots of merch sales going on. Lunchy, we're getting lots of merch sales going on. We need them monies. Yes, we do. How else am I supposed to keep feeding you filet mignon? I don't know. Sweet girl. What are you doing, sweet girl? You coming up here? You coming in? You coming in? Okay, she's coming in. Yes, she's coming in. She's coming in. Trains getting derailed every single day. If you didn't know, whoa. Trains get derailed every single day, and it sucks, my dudes. Yeah. Hopefully, we don't have to worry about any more derailments or anything like that, but that's, fine. That's fine, bitches. That's fine, bitches. It's not like there's going to be another derailment that happens tomorrow. But wait a minute. Yep, there's probably going to be another derailment that happens tomorrow. What are you doing, sweet girl? Huh? You wondering where your boys are at? She's like, Daddy, where's the boys at? I'm home ready. Oh, sweet girl. They're next door. But what are we going to do if you have a bunch of puppies, Lunchy? Take care of them? You're a handful enough as it is, my baby. It's a handful enough. Oh, look at how sweet she is. The sweetest puppy ever. She's always got the cryy eyes, too. She's got allergies, that's why. She's got allergies. She's got the allergies. Brunchies. See? At least somebody loves me. And her name's Lunchy. Yeah. You still mad? You're still no hava? Because we're not letting you out in the front with the boys? We'll let you out there with Bingo, maybe. 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 You just thinking this way because you're all hot and bothered, you sweet girl. Yeah. You're a good girl, though. Good girl. Yeah, Lunchy time. Yeah, it made her into the Mona Lunchy. She made her into the Mona Lunchy. Check your Twitter. Oh, wow. The Mona Lunchy. The Mona Lunchy. Don't try nothing funchy. She gonna get all your lunches. And she's gonna eat them. So you better have steak or some kind of ribs or some kind of chicken. Because if you got avocados or rice or some shit like that, I ain't gonna eat that shit because I don't like it because I'm Lunchy. Wow, Lunchy. What a beautiful puppers. The beautiful puppy. She's even got her Lunchy puppy, little Lunchy puppy hands. Oh. She's the boss. She's the boss. I don't feel like the boss, Daddy. I feel like you are the boss, though. Thanks, Magic Poop. Gotta make sure I hit that. Boop, boop, boop. Hit that like and retweet. Ooh-wee, Lunchy. Oh, sorry. I know you like to check the fingers after I wipe your tears. Let me see. Yeah, you don't have anything else in there. I think they look pretty good now. You and your wet eyes. You and your wet eyes, you little wet eyes white dragon. My sweet girl. Yep, you are my sweet girl, Lunchy. Now, it's time to get into something a little bit deeper, my friends. Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, Hallie Biden, $3 million, secret payments, the big guy. Ooh, every buzzword that you thought was a buzzword. I guess we'll start it off with this, though, just to make it good. James Comer?
Breaking news now to report in the House Oversight's probe into the Biden family finances. It's the first actual evidence of a money trail going from China through a business partner of Hunter's and then into the bank accounts of Biden family members. Our senior national correspondent Rich Edson is here with the breaking news. What have you got, Rich?
Well, John, when you look at some of these payments here, House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer claims subpoenaed bank records show President Biden's daughter-in-law, Haley, received $35,000 over 2 transfers in 2017.
$35,000.
Biden's widow was also in a relationship with Hunter Biden after Bowen died. Comer says just before those transfers, a Chinese energy firm wired a family Biden associate $3 million. Comer says soon after that, the associate, Rob Walker, sent hundreds of thousands of dollars to members of the Biden family.
Everyone says it was for an energy deal. Well, it looks to me like these people who were closely aligned with the Chinese Communist Party sent $3 million to a shell corporation. Then they turned around and split it 3 ways, with a third going to the Biden family. 3 different family members for no apparent reason.
Uh-oh, we just got a super chat. Yeah, super chat. What's up, MB? Thanks for that $4.99 through the super chat. With a little Lunchy love. Oh, yeah, you want some more love, Lunchy? You get some love? Does that mean that you get some chicken? You want some more of that? You want some more of that sesame chicken? Or is it too spicy for you? Is it too spicy? Well, thank you. We got more love for the Lunchy. You got some Lunchy love right there, Lunchy. They're giving you the love. That's why I gave you the kissy. I know, right? Yeah. But back to this.
Now, much as this is from U.S. Treasury Department documents the House Oversight Committee's just reviewed, Comer says Walker initiated the transfers 2 months after Joe Biden left the vice presidency. Walker worked with President Biden's son, Hunter, and his brother, Jim, on a partnership with Chinese energy firm CEFC.
Really?
His office has yet to name others involved. Democrats on the House...
New documents showing a Chinese money trail to Joe Biden? A money trail to Joe Biden, Lunchy? You didn't think that I was going to find out that you were a Chinese spy, Lunchy? Why do you think? I figured out because you like all that Chinese food. Every single little bit. Chinese chicken, sesame chicken, orange chicken, Beijing beef. That's how I figured it out, Lunchy. You look like a cute little Mexican dog, but you're a Chinese spy. You're a Chinese spy. That's fine, though. That's totally fine. Because you're my Chinese spy. At least that was important enough for China to give me a dog to spy on me. What do you mean you're not a Chinese spy, Lunchy? Take it back, Daddy. You better take it back, Daddy. Oh, you're not? You're not a Chinese spy? What are you? Are you a Mexican? You're a Mexican? Is that what you are? You eat rice and beans? Girl, I ain't ever seen you eat a rice or a bean. You eat around the rice, Lunchy. You're so not into that. You eat around the rice. you ate around the rice. So yes, the Joe Biden family is having a little bit of issues with the money troubles. Yeah, what's this? Biden family received more than $1 million from Hunter's associate after 2017 China wire. House Oversight Committee. Wait a minute, there's more money? There's more money coming into China and all this other shit? Are you fucking kidding me right now? You gotta be fucking shitting me. Read aloud.
Biden family received more than $1 million from Hunter Associate after
nope,
2017
that's exactly what he
China
said.
wire. House Oversight. File, President Joe Biden and his son Hunter Biden leave Holy
good,
Spirit
China
Catholic
girl?
Church in Johns Island, South Carolina, after attending a mass. Washington, House Oversight Committee. Today, the House Committee on Oversight and Accountability issued a memorandum revealing new evidence resulting from the investigation into the Biden family's influence peddling and business schemes. Subpoenaed financial records show that from 2015 to 2017, Biden family members, Hunter Biden, James Biden, Hallie Biden, and an unknown Biden, and their companies collectively received $1.3 million in payments from accounts related to Rob Walker, a Biden family associate.
Rob Walker, huh?
Notably, on March 1, 2017, less than 2 months after Vice President Joe Biden left public office, State Energy HK Limited, a Chinese company, wired $3 million to Rob Walker's company. The next day, the company wired $1,065,000 to a company associated with James Gilliar, another Biden family associate. Afterwards, the Biden family received approximately $1,065,000 in payments over a 3-month period in different bank accounts.
Oh, really?
From the bank records, it appears that the Biden family received approximately 1/3 of the money obtained from the China wire. Chairman J.
Did you fucking hear that, Lunchy? That's $1 million. $1 million from China. $1 million directly wired, traceable to Joe Biden, the president of the United States. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so, dude. I knew we were worried about Russia, but we also gotta be worried about China. And China.
James
Gotta
Comer,
remember,
Republican Kentucky,
t-shirt
issued
link.
the following statement on this new evidence of the Biden family's suspicious business transactions.
Wow. Tell me more.
Democrats described our subpoena
Tell
as
me more.
providing nothing more than records for Papa John's and Starbucks, but they
Oh,
failed
really?
to mention the records we've received documenting the Biden family's business schemes. Over the course of several years,
$1
members of the
million.
Biden family and their companies received over $1.3 million in payments from accounts related to their associate, Rob Walker. Most of this money came as a result of a wire from a Chinese energy company and went not only to Hunter and James Biden, but also to Hallie Biden and an unknown Biden. It is unclear what services were provided to obtain this exorbitant amount of money.
Motherfucking blowjobs,
The Oversight
probably?
Committee is concerned about the national security implications resulting from President Biden's family receiving millions of dollars from foreign nationals. We will continue to follow the money trail and facts to determine if President Biden is compromised by his family's business schemes and if there is a national security threat. Read the full memorandum here.
Yes, read the full memorandum here. Where's the memorandum? Where's the memorandum, bitches? Where'd it go? Looking for that memorandum, though, yo. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's happening. Reality is showing. What's this? Bank records show a named Biden family member got proceeds from shady $3 million wire transfer. Wait. Oh, yeah. It's all over the place, man. People be talking about it all over the place. And they're talking about James Comer and how he's got documents and stuff like that. And how oversight committees are going all on the scene for it. Yeah. So is it safe to say now that there's a strong possibility that the Biden White House is compromised? I mean, if this actually turns out to be true, I think that it would be very correct to say that. Because, I mean, You know, maybe it's just a witch hunt. Maybe it's not real. Maybe they're just getting into the stupid nitty gritty bullshit or whatever. But yeah, the first wire that we've been able to obtain bank records on, and there's just many, many more. So this isn't even the first one. It's one that we've apparently heard. It's the first one that we've apparently heard of. There's apparently many, 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 many more. Many more. Many more for what? What are they getting all these wire transfers for? Is it because, you know, they got to make their money? Who doesn't like blowing? Who doesn't like doing blow and single moms? I mean, I do. You got to take it where you can get it, boss. You got to take it where you can get it, boss. You got it. When you look like me, you got to take it where you can get it, boss. They don't like us talking to people. They don't like us discussing anything about it. Yeah. Valerie Biden Owens, Joe Biden's younger sister, who ran for Senate campaign and his presidential campaigns in 1988 and 2008, was also a senior partner in the political messaging firm Joe Biden Slated White and Company. According to Schweitzer, the firm received large fees from those campaigns, including $2.5 million alone from Joe Biden's 2008 presidential bid. Wish I knew where my other vape was. Oh well. Damn, so Joe Biden's been getting all kinds of illicit wire transfers and people are starting to figure it out. How fun. What's this right here? Rand Paul threatens Gary Peters at the White House.
Consideration of Scott Amendment 3 to S559.
The underlying bill authorizes $15.7 billion over the next 7 years and increases the current levels by $130 million for the Fire Administration and $343 million for the Fire Grants programs, for a total increase of about $500 million. The overall program is about $15 billion, because this is, not an inconsequential amount of money in an era where we have over $1 trillion budgets. I'd like to replace the Scott Amendment with a second-degree amendment, which would be identical to the language of Paul Amendment 3. Paul Amendment 3 is the vaccine amendment, and earlier.
Just hold for a moment.
Well, I still have the debate time. I'm still arguing my case. So earlier, the chair replaced
Hold on a
my
second, sir.
amendment with a
Hold on a
secondary
second.
amendment, because they were
Hold
playing
on.
basically a legislative
Hold
sort
on,
of
bitch.
prank on the American public, so the other side wouldn't have to vote directly on a vaccine amendment. So basically, we will do exactly the same thing and offer a second-degree amendment to the Scott Amendment. And this amendment will be my Amendment 3, which says that fire houses that fired people for vaccines would not be eligible for grants. We request a recorded vote.
Request a recorded vote.
I also have a second-degree amendment, and I recognize myself to offer a second-degree amendment. My second-degree amendment would direct GAO to issue an audit of the U.S. Fire Administration
Point of inquiry.
within 3 years of enactment to continue improving control.
Point of inquiry.
Yes, go ahead.
We have unlimited second-degree amendments?
We have a second-degree amendment. I've recognized myself for my second-degree amendment.
Your second-degree amendment to a second-degree amendment. So
No,
we have
it's a
unlimited-
second-degree amendment is being offered to the Scott Amendment.
No, I already called up a second-degree amendment to the Scott Amendment.
You can't call it up, Senator. Only the chair can call it up.
Well, I was recognized to call it up the same way we have recognized for every other amendment. You recognized me and I called it up.
You recognize the call up for a vote. Only the chair can do that.
Well, I was recognized to introduce an amendment, and I introduced a second-degree amendment. I don't know how you can stop that or decide that the rules are that you can do unlimited
Chair can
second
call up
degree.
the amendments as the chair sees fit, and my second-degree amendment is being called up.
After my second-degree amendment had already been called up. So you're
had
offering,
not been called
you're
up.
offering a third-degree amendment.
It had not been called up.
Well, sure you are.
I am offering an amendment to the
And I would
to the
say,
Scott
if
amendment.
this is the way you're going to run the committee, I would suggest that the Republicans leave. I don't see why we should stick around if you're going to make up the rules. I mean,
these
you're going to
are not
offer a
rules.
third-degree amendment?
Chairman.
Making up the rules.
Senator Sinema.
Mr. Chair.
These motherfuckers be making up the
Madam Hunt
rules.
suggests that we can work through these procedural issues to take all of the votes. And I would just suggest we all take a couple minutes, lower the temperature.
Everybody
and just
relax.
Figure out what the procedure is and follow it. There's no need for us to turn this committee hearing into a partisan, ugly place like we've seen in other committees. We don't need to do that.
This is the first time we've had.
Yeah. We don't need to do that here, guys. Oh, I guess they're trying to say that he's going to walk out of the hearing because, well, there was just a problem and he was getting ready to walk out because they're still doing shady bullshit behind the closed doors or in open doors for, Senate Homeland Security Committee hearings. Sounds very interesting. I guess they got to look at the rules and figure out who's being wrong or right in this particular situation. But hey, I don't think that that's going to be the way that things shake out. Well, I hope it's not the way that things shake out. My son, my sir. Yeah, I get it. 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 So in the middle of seeing Hunter Biden and Joe Biden in the news for having all kinds of money coming forward out of their pockets today. And now, what's the next big fact check that we're going to get into from an interesting news organization? CNN fact check. Biden falsely credits tax that took effect in 2023 for deficit reduction in 2021 and 2022. Yep, that's right. Your boys over at CNN have decided that they're going to start taking more shots at Joe Biden. And it seems to be, about him taking credit for things. The president, Joe Biden, has falsely said on Wednesday that his new corporate minimum tax is the reason the federal budget deficit declined in 2021 and 2022. In reality, that tax didn't even come into effect until the beginning of 2023. Biden is repeatedly taking credit for reducing the deficit in 2021 and 2022, even though experts have said a vast majority of this reduction occurred simply because the emergency COVID-19 pandemic spending of 2020 expired as planned, and that Biden's own initiatives made the deficits higher than they otherwise would be. Yes, we've described Biden previously's deficit boasts as misleading or missing key context, but we have further in this Wednesday speech in Las Vegas on lowering prescription drug costs, delivering a version of the story that's plainly just not true. Holy shit! Joe Biden is getting fucking fact checked by CNN. I mean, who would have even thought that if this was even real? I gotta look at this. I gotta see if we got some video of this. Biden in Las Vegas. Some jack off gotta have already posted this. What's this? Tucker. We don't have anything from him in Vegas. Let's try it. Wait. Let's try Biden in Vegas. Wow. Everybody act normal. Biden just landed in Vegas. Do they not have it? All right, here we go.
Oh, wow, I didn't see you all up there. Holy mackerel. Don't jump.
Don't jump, bro. Yeah, they should ban him from Twitter. Wow, they don't actually have a recording of that? They just have a recording of his motorcade traveling through Vegas.
Walking with their luggage in Las Vegas, attempting to get to the airport, which they have shut off for Biden's departure. And it's been like this now for an hour and a half. Miles of traffic. These are...
Damn, that's fucked up. Hey, look at that. You got the fucking Luxor, Delano, fucking... What is that? I don't know what that is. The Excalibur. You got the MGM over here. There's that Motel 6.
People running and walking with their luggage in Las Vegas, attempting to get to the airport, which they have shut off for Biden's departure. And it's been like this now for an hour and a half. Miles of traffic.
Crime families. Welcome Joe Biden to Las Vegas. Damn, look at Joe Biden's motorcade. That's a shitload of fucking vehicles, bro. Look at all of these guys. Ambulance. They're just like, yeah, we're driving behind the president, bro.
Oh, Americans spend more on prescription drugs than any advanced nation on earth. You name the drug you have to take, and I can take you to France and get it to you a hell of a lot cheaper, to Canada, England, throughout Europe. It's not fair. But after decades of trying to take on Big Pharma, we finally won. Now, instead of paying whatever the drug company wants to charge you, Medicare will be able to negotiate prices.
Medicare is going to negotiate prices. Ah, okay, cool. So that's what's happening. Joe Biden going to Vegas. Damn, Joe. You're doing a great job, Joe Biden. You're doing the best job you can, Joe Biden. How could you not be doing an even better job than you are, Joe Biden? Yes. Yes. How could they not be doing a better job with all of this? I don't think they could. They could try, but it would just be a shitty situation for them because they don't even know how this thing's supposed to operate. They have no idea on the understandings of these things, but whatever. Huh. Do you guys remember FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, all that mess? Well, did you hear that Sam Bankman-Fried secretly transferred $2.2 billion from FTX to his personal accounts, and 5 members of his inner circle took more than $1 billion before the crypto exchange collapsed in a bankruptcy court filing that was just put out to the table? That's right. Your bad boy in crypto did some bad boy shit. $2.2 billion to his personal accounts, and a bunch of other people associated took $1 billion, and they were just all like, yeah, this thing's going down, but we're going to be taking all of our money with me. But yes, John Ray, who was appointed to be the chief of FTX after the Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing, showed that basically they indeed did do all of this stuff, and they did not give no fucks about all of this stuff that they did. And here are some of the other members associated with it that decided to take what they were getting. You know, oh, look at that. We got one guy right there, Ninshad Singh, Gary Wang, good old Caroline Ellison, the gangbang queen herself, and then whoever this guy is, even though they didn't name him right there, but this guy too, Ellison from the left, and then Ryan Salame, and John Samuel Trabuco have also received more than $100 million combined. Oh, wow. That's amazing. They got all this money and they got it out and then they got found out. But do they still have all of the money? I guess they still have all of the money. They spent it and put it on a bunch of other shit. Yeah. Yeah. y'all, dude. Who really knows, dude, what's happening with these guys? But it is funny to actually hear something about this whole situation come to a head, because I haven't really seen much, but it's just nice to hear that they definitely were doing shady shit before this whole thing went down, and then they definitely got caught red-handed, putting their dick in the cookie jar and all that stuff. It's just how it goes, my friends. It's just how it goes. They simply think that they are smarter than us in every way imaginable, and they show it to us by their amazing feats of badassery. Yes. Speaking of badasses, James O'Keefe, we already announced to you that he started a new media company called O'Keefe Media, and now he's saying, are you a citizen journalist? Is this your first loyalty to citizens? Is your first obligation to the truth? Are you fearless? No J School diploma needed, just fearlessness and integrity. And if you would like to be a part of O'Keefe Media, just fill out the form today, because we want some independent journalism like people have never seen before. That is right. And that's what we got right now. Journalism before, journalism now, journalism for the future is really what we want. Yeah. Who are you? Media. What do we want? News. When do we want it? Right now. Who are you? Media. Yep. We want real-time journalism, real-time media. So do you want to join your good boy, James O'Keefe? Well, guess what? You can fill out some information right here. Submit your shit. Send an update photo of yourself holding a covert camera and or piece of paper with your name and date on it. Tell us how you'd be interested. Become part of O'Keefe Media Productions today. Be a guerrilla journalist. Yeah, I think it'll be pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to apply or whatever. I might as well try. I need some sort of covert camera or something like that we could use. So as soon as we get that going on, it's going to be on like Donkey Kong. But yeah, make sure you check out James O'Keefe's new media group. I think you'll probably be pretty in on it. And if you want to help out, you should do it. Did you know that the DoD spends nearly $50 million a year to do nothing with Trump's border wall materials? Yeah, that's right. The DoD is spending about $130,000 a day to store construction materials after Biden canceled the border wall project, and it's just kind of sitting there doing nothing. So yeah, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers sent a letter Wednesday evening to the Defense Department asking why $50 million is being spent each year to store these Trump-era border materials. And I mean, at present, over 2,000 border wall sections, otherwise known as Bullard panels, lie unused at 20 project sites across southern Arizona and New Mexico. The senators has addressed to Melissa Dalton, the Assistant Secretary of Defense for Homeland Defense and Hemispheric Affairs, or Hemispheric Affairs. Every day, the Department of Defense pays $130,000 to store, maintain, and secure these materials. And since you were sworn as his Assistant Secretary of Defense for Homeland Defense and Hemispheric Affairs a year ago, you have allowed the department to pay over $47 million to store these panels. The Department of Defense should not be incurring these daily charges, but should be using these funds to bolster national motherfucking security. We would like some information. The Defense Department's internal correspondence confirmed the decision to forego the U.S. Department of Defense excessive property disposal process and instead pay $130,000 per day to store border wall panels. The list of individual and/or entities of the Department of Defense is paying to use of their private owned land to store these unused border materials in the explanation of a process through which the Department of Defense was contacted with private landowners to store the unused materials, including whether there was competitive contracting processors and whether the landowners have instituted an inventory review review system. Damn, so that border wall not getting fixed is still costing you money? You didn't know that, did you? No, I bet you didn't know that that border wall still costing you an arm and a leg, even though they could just finish building it and it wouldn't be costing them all that money. They probably already had the motherfucker built by now and it would have been paid. But no, border's totally fine, bros. No problem here. Should we even be looking into the border? Hells to the no, dog. Who gives a shit about the border? Not me. Not me. Now, what's this? Washington Pandora's box. The opening of the Hunter Biden laptop could expose the cotton industry of influence peddling. Ah, yes. An article from 2022. Interesting. It is kind of strange how this was what is really happening now, right? Somebody's already opened the Pandora's box for the Hunter Biden laptop and what was happening outside, all of this stuff. And now we should probably all be aware, keenly aware, that this influence peddling cottage industry was not only huge, it is lucrative, and it's gonna be the thing that really jams up the Biden administration in a big sort of way. I mean, we're seeing the signs of it now, but now they're actually tracing money from China directly into Joe Biden's account, and that's the same account that him and Hunter Biden were sharing when Hunter Biden was doing all of his illicit stuff. And we learned all about this stuff from the Biden laptop, but people have been talking about a lot of this stuff since when? Since we first discovered Hunter Biden's connections to Rosemont Seneca all the way back in the day when the Panama Papers first were released. So, are we getting anywhere? I don't know. I would like to think that we would be getting somewhere, but I just don't think that it's really happening anymore. I don't think that we're actually getting anywhere anymore. I feel like we were trying to get somewhere, and now we're literally getting nowhere. The 10 steps that we take forward, there's 100 steps back in some cases, and it's pretty crazy. Just look at this next thing right here. You're going to see the same situation playing out in front of your eyes, right? Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan on parenting and children changing their genders.
Because let's be clear, this is life-affirming and life-saving healthcare.
It is?
When our children tell us who they are, it is our job as grown-ups to listen.
It is our job as grown-ups.
That's what it means to be a good parent.
Oh. Yeah, then when my kid tells me that he wants to eat fucking 5 gallons of ice cream and shit in my cereal. What's this right here? Not when they're fed propaganda by adults. Moreover, every child goes through an identity crisis before their identity or personality crystallizes. Therefore, we shouldn't serve irreversible surgery or sterilizing drugs that they may regret until the age of at least 18. Ooh, shit.
Running a lot of bills.
What's this?
We've been welcoming our neighbors back into their communities by making sure we're restoring voting rights to folks. We're making sure that our neighbors can drive to their kids' soccer games. So today, I am directing my state agencies to take action to protect and support the rights of Minnesota's LGBTQIA+ community.
Do it. And guess what? Love wins. Here you go.
The purpose of being here is we've been signing a lot of bills. We've been welcoming our neighbors back into their community.
You hear that? Love wins, folks. Love of who? Yourself? Someone else? Anyone else? Who knows? And now for a gem. 3 years ago today, the day that everything changed for you, me, and every single other person out there in the world, when we decided to stop being Americans and start being whatever it is that we are now.
I just wanted to read. There's a
Damn, Sewer Guy Rob, a member for 45 months. That's 45 months right there. That is some support right there. We appreciate our members out there. We appreciate you, Sewer Guy Rob. I don't even know if you're in there right now, but thank you for re-upping your monthly subscription. We appreciate you. Number 45.
There's an answer to this.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Tony. He was my mentor, so I'm going to have to let him speak.
Yeah, let's let him speak.
Here, it's really small print. In states with evidence of community transmission, bars, restaurants, food courts, gyms, and other indoor and outdoor venues where groups of people congregate.
He's here now.
should be
There's Sir
closed.
Guy Rob. Thanks for the 45 months, bro. 45 months.
Close all their restaurants.
That's only 3 months for like 4 years, man.
There's an answer to this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Almost as long as the pandemic has been around, has Sewer Guy Rob been a member. He's actually been around longer than the pandemic. He's a pre-pandemic member. That's crazy. Think about that. It was today, March 16th, 2020, that life changed for everybody. And how strange is that for us and me and you and everybody out there? That's a big question, right? Life changed, man. I've been telling you that life is going to be changing. People are going to be shifting what they're seeing in the world, and we just keep seeing it happening. And they keep trying to tell us that they're trying to create this more, equitable world, this more unilaterally focused world where everybody can be in power. But essentially what we're really seeing is the crystallization of the end of the era, right? Like they're trying to take us into a slow walk of destruction for the American empire. And I mean, people have said that it was never going to last this long, right? And a lot of people think that the empire ended 3 years ago when we decided to stop being America completely. And once we stop being America, I don't know what we are anymore, dude. I don't know what we are. Look at that. We got a super chat. We got a super chat from Metal Monster PDA. It's $5. The Bidens, just like the Clintons, will never be dealt with once they get out of office, out of elections, out of mind. That's totally true. Metal Monster PDX, you were totally right. And honestly, that's what we're moving forward with, right? We've been seeing the changing of the tides. They keep talking about trying to take away the guns from us, but the big upheaval is still yet to come because they want to enforce, they want to get the gun control on the books and started before they even consider dropping some type of central bank digital currency. And we can see that crypto has been able to, take ahead on all of this, but Bitcoin wasn't designed for this, dude. Like, it wasn't designed for it. It wasn't designed to be the change that people are trying to make it as in. And at the same time, it's only going to be somebody that's super altruistic that's going to be able to create an actual equitable move into the future. Bitcoin shows the way, but it's not the wave of the future that's going to, fix everything for everybody. We simply don't have the processing powers for that to even be a possibility, no matter what Bitcoin maximalists will try to tell you or what people that are into Ethereum will tell you. We're still into baby steps, bitches. And even then, they're not going to stop trying to stop us from being the people that we want to be. And right now they're preaching that you could be whoever you want to be. You could choose to be whoever you want to be. But what they're really trying to tell you, or they're really not telling you in any words, is the fact that you're only really going to be able to be these certain things that they decide. And if you're outside of the bounds on the things that they decide to be cool, then you're not going to allow to be. Right? you're not going to be allowed to be. We already do that now in society. There's things that you used to not be allowed to be, but all of that stuff is completely fizzled out into nothingness. And I think it's because the world has lost its moral religious center, and there's many people out there that haven't had the spiritual awakening just yet. The fire inside their hearts has not been lit in any way meaningful because something hasn't happened to them yet. They haven't lost the right person. The game hasn't been brought to their table. And I mean, it's pretty clear to see that the Great Awakening was supposed to happen, right? Like, we had this really interesting awakening of people where people were trying to understand and get through the psyops that were happening across the world. Yet, you know, everybody had been inundated with psyops since the early 2010s. And even more so, it's like there's so much misinformation and disinformation out there that nobody really understands anymore. You know, when it's religious, people don't want to do it anymore. And then there's all this money and time and energy and effort put into basically disproving the Bible or trying to prove that they lied to us in the past and the history is different and there were giants walking around and there was a complete different continent with different people like Atlantis and stuff like that. I mean, we even get to the point where there's the halls of Amenti and there's people that talk about the Emerald Tablets of Thoth and what the possibilities could entail of these wise teachings. But even then, how could you look into it and figure out that the guy that was behind it had never ever been to Egypt and had never even been somebody that would have been considered a person of repute, almost considered to be a person of ill repute. Yet they put that stuff out there, and so many people stake their whole entire lives onto that persuasion. You know, faith is weird, right? There's many forces in life. Everything's energy, right? Money's energy, you're made out of energy. All the different forces and thoughts that you have are some kind of energy, but faith is a weird force, right? Faith can keep some people doing something big. Faith can put other people into doing something bad, whether it's having faith in yourself, your abilities, the people around you, doesn't matter. You could have faith in some kind of, you know, crazy sky god that may or may not exist. You could have faith in just about anything. You could have faith that the car that you're driving isn't going to explode. You could have faith that the board that you're standing on wasn't going to explode. Is faith an actual applicable situation and system that has some type of focus in real life, or is faith just a misplaced artifact of some other physical force like probability or variability that interacts with us on the present plane? It's something that I try to think about every single day. It's like, does luck exist, or is luck just a thought and probability where some people have better probability or better chances of getting certain things while other people have lower chances of getting certain things, and some people only take the chances that they're always going to have a high probability of winning? Regardless of where you sit in your interesting space in the world, I think it's good to question what is happening with everyone here, regardless of where you come from, regardless if you have faith. I think that's big for a spiritual awakening. And honestly, I challenge some people sometimes, man. Like, if you're feeling down, or if you're feeling like you're missing some kind of focus in your life, go to a church and just sit down and experience it and try to listen to what's happening. And usually 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to have some sort of fucking awakening, especially if you haven't been there in a while. But you literally just have to be paying attention, don't you? Are people even paying attention anymore? What people are saying? Is the world just a scary place now that nobody really cares about anything of value or conscience anymore? I think about this every single day, and I hate to say it, but it's like, at the end of the day, does anything really ever truly matter? It's kind of weird. Actually, we'll pull up an email that I got a while back, since we haven't done this in a while, but I do feel like there's a drawingness that's bringing me to it. Always coming back to this 11/11 crap. The Illawarra District in Australia, July 15, 2018, from the Damascus Scribe as the teacher. Subject, while you sleep. This transmission was greatly reduced in size. Received by George Bernard. The Scribe. There are many places in our universes. Wait, you know what? What am I doing? I should just have the robot read it, because it's not me. Right? It ain't me, babe. It's them.
The Scribe. There are many places in our universes where I feel at home, but there is one place where I feel most welcome and loved, and whether I'm invited or have come to pass on information, such as now. Today I'm here to remind you of who are the greatest of your lovers on the planet. Today I'm here to once more remind you that you will always do well inviting your guardian angels or your destiny guardians to be with you when you pray. Of course we all know they are there with you, but it is important they actually be invited to pray with you. That goes for all of you reading my summation here, not this receiver of messages, because he invites them to be his echo in prayer all of the time. Seraphim have the sharpest of minds. Their being the daughters of Nebuchadnezzar, the very creator of all mind in this local universe, this absolutely stands to reason. Not only do seraphim know your every thought, but each aberrant thought you might have is totally overlooked, or forgiven and forgotten, because you are known to be beginners, totally imperfect, whilst they are skillful teachers. Are they perfect? No. They are seasoned operatives while you are kindergartners still. However, my students, for seraphim to make a mistake, the difficulty factor needs to be outlandish, nothing you or they would ever come across on this earth. So much for reminding you that you can pray with your angels, not ever pray to your angels, of course. Now about my passing on information, and this is something truly important that takes little investment of either effort or time. In fact, it can all be arranged before you go to sleep at night, and your angels will work on your important project while you sleep. My important project? Very well, you say. But what does it mean? Well, on most occasions you may find out what the actual project was long after your voiced request for help. You may have left the project entirely to your angels. I recommend you do that. Take your mind back now to when one of you was told, "We measure and mark your spiritual growth against the wall of eternity." They were seraphim who told you that. They are seraphim who have their fingers on your pulse, and they know precisely what next you need, as well as how you compare to the average seraphim's human charge. And angels are teachers, specialists, with you day in day out. But what is more, they know precisely when you are in the ideal state of rest, deep rest, to take in their lessons and suggestions for spiritual growth, and how you will respond to these lessons. As you know, my friend and co-worker, student, your planet, your race, and the types that dwelt here before your type was thought of, have rather a checkered career to look back on. One thing I must mention here for you to see your position clearly: you, collectively, are neglecting almost entirely the truly wonderful introduction to celestial communication that you do have, your one-way talk with angels while you sleep. Urantia by no means compares to the average inhabited planet in Nebadon. Most other planets use this one-way learning tool as a forerunner to talks with Midwayus, yes, with the Creator Father. I ask you to please give thought to your angels, daily, and you'll be rewarded 100-fold. I am the Damascus Scribe. Receiver's note: the types that dwelt here before your type was thought of. I'm not sure of what he means here. Perhaps Neanderthal man or...
Yes. Perhaps Neanderthal man or Christ. Yeah. Why you sleep? Wouldn't it be great if you could utilize that faith, that energy, and focus it? I mean, sure, con men and crazy people could always come together and develop some kind of interesting connection with the universe and spill out time and time again some of the most interesting little bits of creation. But do we believe it? Do you believe something that was around since the 1950s? Do you believe it? Some people don't. Some people do. one of the main things is that this isn't technically spiritual teachings as associated with the Bible, right? This comes from the Aranta doctrine of things that's in some way interconnected with this dude named George Bernard that ended up dying. But he always said that he would interconnect with his different scribes and pray for messages, and that's how he received these different messages from people. So in a sense, a lot of these messages would be him explaining how he would interconnect with his angels and guardians and seraphim and just so many different concepts of the world in a way that I guess would be understandable for a human being, because we would be like kindergartners in the eternity of things. Yeah. Most people that are adrift and walking through the world never really take a chance to give themselves the ability to have these abilities, right? You know, everybody's always looking for a savior to come out from somewhere else, but essentially the savior comes from the self, right? You have to save yourself. You have to change your mind. You have to change the way that you live, do things in order to move yourself forward. And I mean, you could apply concepts to basically anything that is in life, right? There's a concept for every thought form that you have, everything that you could claim to be your crutch. But at the end of the day, only the sharpest of us actually try to find that interconnection with the things in life. And I try to every day. I still think every time I see that 11:11 thing, which I used to see all the time, but not anymore, right? It's like I don't need to see it. But when I do see it, I usually try to center myself and remember, you know, where am I? I'm on Earth. I'm a human being. I'm here doing this crazy shit, right? Is there fucking angels and aliens around me and shit? I don't know. I should probably just pray for a second. But when I do pray, I usually try to ask those people to pray to me. I don't pray to my guardian angels for help. More or less just because, you know, like that never really worked. But, you know, having them pray with you usually will probably make whatever it is that you're trying to echo louder into the universe, so that somewhere, someone's listening, probably something. At least that's what I'd like to think. I like to say that I'm a pessimist, but at the same time, you know, like, I'm so open to all this stuff. Like, with all of the science and the craziness of the world today, for some reason, this still seems to be more right to me than anything that I've seen before. And it seems strange. It does. You know, like, if there's really angels out there, you should be able to communicate with them. If there's really ghosts out there, you should be able to commute with them. If there was some blue dude named Krishna out there that was chopping motherfuckers' heads off and shit, you should be able to talk to him. Hell, if there was some fucking crazy sky god thing known as Cthulhu or whatever, and you want to have a communion with him, you should be able to talk to him. My worldview doesn't discount the fact that something has the ability to exist, because in an infinite universe, everything should exist somewhere at some time, in some place. Even if it is not in the place that we are currently today, there's nothing stopping that thing from existing on the complete other end of the universe and us not ever being able to see it because we're entirely in different spaces. You know, there's even some people like, you know, Bully Pix M Hero or Bully M Pix Hero. He's got the flying spaghetti monster locking down his block or whatever. And I mean, all this flying spaghetti monster is just a derivation of just regular talk. They just took all the Bible stuff and changed it over so that it's a spaghetti. And I mean, does that mean that there's really some fucking spaghetti monster out there with fucking noodly appendages and shit? Yeah, and if I ever fucking saw that thing, I'd probably be fucking freaked the fuck out. But then again, you know, Pizza the Hut was real in that, you know, Spaceballs thing, so there's probably some fucking dude walking around made out of pizza. Yeah. Yeah, maybe not in this dimension. I don't know, whatever dimension that we are, electronic. I don't know. I figured I would just take a little bit of time to read that today. I want to make sure that I get that stuff locked into the stream at least a little bit more, so we can at least talk about it a little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. It doesn't matter what you do or how you do it. I just think it matters that you do something, right? Like, it just matters that you fucking do something. And I hope that thing that you do makes you feel happy. Although, here's the last thing for today, since I figured it's probably time that we actually talked about it, because I ain't been seeing her around lately. Fair and balanced. Where are you? Many are asking about the documentary. I get it. Been quiet for a reason. There's been legal issues specifically with videos that appeared in the trailer that can't be used. I'm fighting it and it'll be worth it. I even had to get a lawyer for this. Paying out of pocket. TBD. What? What? No documentary still? There's still not going to be a documentary? What? She's hiding? There's legal stuff? You use Lisa Ling's footage and now you can't use Lisa Ling's footage? Oh, man. Oh, dear. Good old fucking Farron. At least people aren't coming in my chat anymore and asking me what the fuck is going on with their goddamn documentary, because I actually don't know. Still seems like she's got something going on here. YouTube is asshole. Rakita Law, what? YouTube protects trans goober and demonetizes my video about him? Oh, that sucks, Megan Fox. You got your video demonetized, yo? Damn. So we literally don't have anything else coming from this. That's it? Just moving the goalposts? I mean, that's not what I really wanted to see from Farron, but, you know, it's even more interesting that she hasn't said anything about the YouTube stuff, right? What happened to all them strikes and stuff? Where's that all sitting at? And what happened to the lawsuit with those strikes and stuff? I just have no idea. No idea. No clue. I just have no clue. But that's pretty much it. I don't have any more links for you guys today. I think that we dove into the future of things in a very, very meaningful way. And now it's time for us to move on forward and to do something else, right? Yep. Time to move on forward, do something else. Do something good. Yes. Do something good. It's been a pretty good grip, so I appreciate everybody that came through, dropped donations, became a member, all that good stuff. We appreciate you guys for helping keeping the show alive, but now it's time to go. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your evening. I'm going to definitely try to jump back into Star Citizen, see if it'll let me log in. If it does, great. If not, hey, I guess we'll just do something else. Either way, thanks for joining us. Make sure you guys go check us out over on the other channel on YouTube, GRIFTCAST IRL. Just says my name on it, but if you go to youtube.com/@GRIFTCAST IRL, you can check us out over there. Hopefully, you guys could definitely do that. If not, we'll definitely always be streaming on Rumble. We have been getting lots of folks on Rumble lately. I mean, more than half of the viewership is on Rumble. We began 27 people, 30 people on Rumble. It's insane. It's crazy. So I'm literally super excited about it. So you guys should be too. Either way, I think there's a lot of good stuff coming from the world, and I think you guys should just be happy that things are happening. Either way, go drop that channel a follow right there, and either way, we'll see you guys again on the next one. Thank you for being here, but it's time to go. Adios. Bye-bye now. Much love. See you later.